Ethiopia, known as the Land of Origins, holds a unique place in history as a nation intertwined with religious significance and ancient heritage. Revered by many as God's chosen people, Ethiopia's rich cultural tapestry is woven with traditions, legends, and deep spiritual beliefs. From the fabled Kingdom of Sheba to the rise of the Axumite Empire and the enduring influence of Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity, Ethiopia's religious and historical narratives have captivated scholars and believers alike. With a diverse population encompassing various ethnic groups and religious traditions, Ethiopia stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation chosen by destiny, leaving an indelible mark on the world stage. The Ethiopian people are undeniably one of the most intriguing and ancient African populations referenced in religious texts. It includes a number of Ethiopian tribes. Historical Arabs, Jews, and even modern-day Samaritans all have Semitic traditions that include descriptions of these societies in the Bible. Every one of them believes that Cush is the progenitor of the vast majority of African peoples. Ethiopia will be the focus of this film as I investigate the country from a variety of angles, including its genetic makeup, ancient scriptures, language, and more. To that end, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread the word to anybody who may be interested in Ethiopian culture. We continue our series, The Origin of Peoples According to the Bible, with this episode tracing the origins of the biblical traditions of the Jews, the Muslims, and most clearly the Christians. To religious books, Ethiopians ascribe their ancestry. The Ethiopians and other African groups may trace their lineage back to Cush, the son of Ham, according to these texts. Nevertheless, it is not uncommon for biblical terminology pertaining to Cush to be translated as Ethiopia or, more generally, Africa in different versions. Anyone from Ethiopia, Sudan, Eritrea, or Somalia might be considered a Cushite or someone whose ancestry is Cush. Both the Hebrew and Aramaic versions of the term Cush relate to anything dark or black. As one of the first countries to embrace Christianity, Ethiopia's Christian heritage is deeply ingrained in the country's culture and history. King Isana of Aksum became the first Ethiopian monarch to adopt Christianity in the 4th century AD, marking the beginning of Christian influence in the country. Among the first non-Middle Eastern countries to proclaim Christianity as its state religion, Ethiopia stands out. The spiritual and cultural character of Ethiopia was greatly influenced by Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity, or Tewahedo. With its own liturgical tradition and remarkable architecture, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church serves as the spiritual core of Orthodox Christianity in Ethiopia. One of the most revered holy places is Lalibela, with its 11 rock-hewn churches that date back to the 12th century and are all listed as World Heritage Sites by UNESCO. Ethiopian Christianity permeates many aspects of daily life, impacting not only religion but also morality, social mores, and cultural practices. Timkat, Epiphany, and other Christian holidays are celebrated with tremendous fervor, with vibrant processions, prayers, and ancient rites. Another reason for Ethiopia's importance to Christians is the number of times it appears in the Bible. In Ethiopian mythology, the city of Aksum is considered a holy pilgrimage destination because it is said to house the Ark of the Covenant, which contains the tablets of the law. Over the years, Christianity has done more than only influence the Ethiopian people's spirituality and worldview. It has also been instrumental in fostering social unity and protecting Ethiopian national identity. This means that Christianity has a long and complex history in Ethiopia and is deeply ingrained in the country's culture and history. When it comes to the language of ancient and modern Ethiopians, Amharic, not to be confused with Aramaic, was the only official language in government, courts, the church, and even elementary school until the Derg dictatorship fell. It wasn't until the 17th century, when the Gondar dynasty and Zemin Mesafint were in power, that the Amharic language was officially adopted in the Ethiopian Empire's royal court. Oromo, Somali, and Tigrinya are among the official government languages that progressively supplanted Amharic after 1991. According to a 2007 census in Ethiopia and the CIA World Factbook, English has become the most widely taught foreign language in all secondary schools. The same census also found that Somali is the third most common language in Ethiopia, behind Amharic and Oromo. Tigrinya is now at fourth position, followed by Sidamo, Afar, Hadia, and Agal. Tigrinya is the fourth country in the list. Because of the existence of Islam in Ethiopia, a number of Semitic languages, such as Gurag, Harari, Silti, and Araba, are also included. In addition, Arabic is also included among these languages. Only a tiny portion of the Italian population in the area is able to communicate in English and, to a lesser degree, Italian. In ancient times, around the year 1980 BC, DMT was first created in what is now Eritrea and the Tigray area of Ethiopia. It eventually spread southward to the Arabian region, which included what is now Yemen. Which is located in the region that is now known as northern Ethiopia, served as the capital of this government formerly. Some people in the past believed that the Semitic Kingdom of Sheba had a significant influence on this civilization, despite the fact that many contemporary historians believe that this civilization originated in Ethiopia. Some academics, on the other hand, believe that DMT is the product of the marriage of two Hamitic civilizations, namely the Aga people, who are of Kittic Ethiopian heritage, and the Sabaeans, who are of southern Arabian origin and are of Semitic origin. Approximately 2,000 years before the Common Era, it is thought that the ancient Cushitic Semitic language known as Gizi emerged independently of the Sabaean language. During that historical period, there were already people living in Ethiopia and Eritrea who spoke Semitic languages. It was in these countries that Gizi emerged as a culture-specific language. The Kingdom of Sheba is presently regarded to have a relatively minimal impact, since it is confined to certain regions and has been diminishing over the course of many decades or perhaps a century. It is possible that it was a commercial or military colony that was in solidarity with the DMT civilization that originated in Ethiopia. Independently, the Axumite kingdom developed, having been politically integrated for at least 100 years before today. Beginning in the 1st century after the Common Era, its civilization flourished, and it eventually came to dominate the Red Sea and Northeast Africa in the territory that is now located between northern Ethiopia and the Tigray region. The Tigray area of Ethiopia is home to a number of distinct ethnic groups, all of whom are of ancient Kittic ancestry and are believed to be descendants of Cush. They are primarily split into two groups: the Aro, who account for about 34.4% of the total population of Ethiopia, and the Amhara, who account for 27% of the total population of Ethiopia. Second rank goes to the Silti, who account for 6.2% of the total. It is also important to note that the Tigray, Sidama, Gurage, Oromo, Afar, Hadia, and Gambella are among the other notable ethnic groups. According to the CIA World Factbook, the following is a list of the religious demographics and beliefs that are prevalent in Ethiopia. This information pertains to the current religious landscape in Ethiopia. 43.8% of the total population of Ethiopia is comprised of Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, making up the bulk of the country's population. As the second largest religious group in the nation, Muslims, who adhere to the Islamic religion, constitute 31.3% of the total religious landscape. It is surprising to learn that Protestantism comes in third position, with Protestant Christians accounting for 22.8% of the total population. One of the faiths that is regarded to be expanding at the quickest rate in the nation is Protestantism. As we go more into the genetic element of Ethiopia, specifically with regard to the Ethiopian people and the several ancient tribes that they belong to, autosomal DNA provides some fascinating facts. Studies that were carried out on Ethiopians who belong to Cushitic and Semitic ethnic groups, especially in the northern region of the nation, such as the Amhara, Tigray, and Aga, reveal that around 40% of their autosomal heritage is derived from an ancient migration from the Middle East that was not of African origin.